Welcome back. Last month we talked with Nathan Colombo, one of the founders of Creatordale, the Carbondale-based media collective organization to highlight creators. Well, he's back with me this morning with Alessandra Nicholson to spotlight the creators at Creatordale. Good morning, guys. Thanks so much for joining us. So let's just talk a little bit about what Creatordale is again to remind the viewers. So what are you guys kind of working on over there in Carbondale?
Absolutely. So we're working on organizing all types of creators, whether that's film and television, digital media, physical arts, to create a larger critical mass of creative projects in and around Carbondale that will spur economic development in the creative industry.
That's actually super amazing. And so you're a part of this now. So talk a little bit about yourself and what your part is.
Thank you. So I was born and raised in Carbondale and been a creative all my life. I started out with, creative writing and doing poetry. Used to host an open mic at the Long Branch. But I went into a healthcare career, and coming out of that, I've used that information to start a podcast called Behind the Red Line and the Process, which talks about sterile processing in the surgical space.
That's amazing. And so then being a part of Creatordale now, how's that been able to help you outgrow, I guess, your creative end of the world, It helped me expand it. So starting out, it was just me and a computer and a microphone, but connecting with Nathan and with Creatordale, I was actually able to have access to a studio. Wow. So being able to produce my shows in the studio space, have the lighting, have the sound, it's a really invaluable resource. Oh, I could imagine so. And aside from the podcast, you have quite the story about how you gained thousands of followers on TikTok. So tell us about how that experience was.
Yeah, it was a total accident, right? So for the creators out there, you can plan as much as you like, but sometimes life happens and it's just divine timing.
Yeah.
So I had the experience of working at UAB in Alabama and Birmingham, and just found some unsafe practices in their procedures and was trying to go through the proper channels to escalate, but just wasn't seeing the results that I needed to see to keep our patients and our employees safe.
Yeah.
And I went to TikTok out of frustration, just explaining what was going on. And the video, I think right now is close to 400,000 views. So
wow.
The impact has been immense. We've seen patients come through, staff that are saying thank you for highlighting this issue. I've heard that there have been officials that have come in to help take a look at their process. And that makes me happy because the goal was just for them to rectify the situation and keep everybody safe.
That's amazing. It's honestly amazing what you can do just with your voice, a camera, a microphone, whatever it may be. And so if Creatordale weren't really a thing, do you think you would be able to have all of these necessities, this equipment at your hands, at your disposal so easily?
Absolutely not, because the sheer cost, Nathan can probably talk about what it costs to outfit the studio.
Yeah.
For me as an individual to be able to afford all of that would take me years down the road of producing media and coming up with opportunities. So having it there for a collective to use is, just like I said, it's invaluable.
And so then what's kind of next for you? What are your plans?
I'm starting a new podcast. So I'm working on a podcast specifically about growing up in Carbondale. I've used my subject matter expertise in the sterile processing space, and I'm going to continue to do that with Behind the Red Line. But I also want to branch out and start some new projects. And so I'm working on some music, I'm working on a documentary, I'm working on an autobiography, and all of that is stuff that I can plug into Creatordale Group to help me with, because we have filmmakers, we have artists, we have producers that are all right there that you can contact and help you right there.
That's amazing. So basically it's a space for creators to not only benefit themselves, but to help each other and to gain ideas and to build off of those ideas together.
Absolutely. If you're creative, collaboration is the bedrock of everything that we do. So being able to tap into folks with different levels of expertise, it's something that helps us all grow and produce greater works.
That's absolutely beautiful. And so then Nathan, can people still join to become, I guess, a creator part of Creatordale? How does one go about that?
Absolutely. Creatordale.com. You can view the 45-minute long presentation that we gave at the Business Incubator a month ago. You can sign up and provide your contact information and join us. In fact, we will have our next meeting, a virtual meeting, to make it easy and accessible for everybody, next Thursday. I believe that's June 16th at 6:30, where we're going to do a show and tell, where everybody can bring their project projects and talk for a few minutes with the group about what they're doing and how that intertwines with the greater Creatordale vision.
That's awesome. And so how can people view your work and what you're doing? Should they find you on TikTok? Is that where you're most?
Yes, they can find me on TikTok as Lady Avn. It's LadyAvn. I'm also on Instagram. The podcast itself, Behind the Red Line, is currently airing on LinkedIn and Facebook. So if you search on those areas for Behind the Red Line, you'll find us.
That's awesome. Well, guys, thanks so much for joining us and talking a little bit about Creatordale. It seems like you have such an awesome thing going on over in Carbondale. That is so cool. We'll be back in just a few minutes.